Hey, so I have a ton of Netflix movies, like on instant Netflix. It's like a Netflix original that I need to catch up on, as well as Netflix original TV shows to catch up on. So I've just started on doing that. What's been taking me so long to get to do these things is not only have I been watching other stuff, but I've been spending like an entire week working on getting this bad boy up, which has been taking actually forever. Um, and it's been sucking. And it was supposed to go up yesterday or the day before, but it just will not upload for some reason. I think because the video's in HD and it just sucks right now. So I'm re-editing it again, which has taken like another day. And I'm re-uploading it again, which takes another day. So, time consuming. So in that time, I've been like, screw it, and I've had time to watch the other new Zack Snyder movie from this year, Army of the Dead, which I have seen. Was it Dawn of the Dead? Was that the first movie he did? The one written by James Gunn? And yeah, I know I heard too many preliminary things going in. I wanted to make my own opinion. It was all just TMI, too much information. No, no, no. Everyone kept telling me all this backlash that had happened recently. At first, everyone completely loved it more than Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is impressive in its own right because that movie is so acclaimed right now, which has its own backlash, of course, for people that aren't Snyder fans. But yeah, right now, the audience score went from like 94%, I believe, to like 54. It's at right now in like a span of days. It's bizarre. So, anyways, I kept hearing things like, "Oh, it's not good. It rips off dialogue from like Aliens," and "Oh, it's not good. Zack Snyder did the cinematography, so it's all out of focus." And oh, all these characters get killed off prematurely, so they never finish their character arcs. It's just arcs, so it's just for shock value, and and all this other stuff. But I'm gonna be real with you folks. This movie's entertaining. It's fun. It's stupid, but it knows it's stupid. And the way now here's the thing with Aliens. All right, I watched the whole movie. I watched Aliens as well, by the way. I don't know what scenes it directly ripped off from Aliens. I do not remember a single line of this movie. How is a single line from this movie from Aliens? It's all very Zack Snyder, the dialogue. I wouldn't be shocked if it was purely an accident that it came from Aliens because it all feels so Zack Snyder. Or maybe he just really loved Aliens. So he quoted the dialogue a lot because he loves Aliens. Because there's so much clear inspiration from other zombie media. Like, there's so many zombie video games that were clearly referenced to in this. It's not the only snatch and grab ripoff in this movie. He clearly big fat liared me in real life. I did, for those who don't know, that don't follow me on Stay on Script, that YouTube channel, I wrote a whole screenplay that literally seemed like this original premise where it's like a zombie heist movie. And then like a couple of years later he drops this. I'm like, what? But it turns out that it is different from my screenplay. So yay, it still has value. Uh yeah. A lot of people's complaints also don't make sense now that I've watched the movie. Cause one, I can't find the dialogue in the movie that they were saying was a ripoff from Alien. Two, the cinematography, you can't really fault Zack Snyder for wanting to take over as much control of the project now that he's gotten away from Warner Brothers. And if it's one of his earliest times using cinematography, having a lot of like focus in focus or out of focus shots is like bound to happen if you're not as experienced with like camera work, but it still looks really nice. The cinematography still looks very nice. It's very flashy and stylish. And he does manage to do a lot of like uh very a lot of shots that have lots of storytelling just in the few frames in how they're done. Like, some of the shots are out of focus on purpose to like tell a story with that. Like how Dave Bautista's family is kind of just falling apart, his relationship with them. He holds up like a picture of his family at the beginning, like how everyone else holds up pictures of their family like they've lost their families, but he's more so lost his family in the sense of they're all estranged from him because spoilers at the beginning of the movie, which I won't go into, but he basically has an estranged daughter now. And it's like he's dead to his daughter, basically. And the series has always had those, like, cutesy little nods of the title is Of the Dead, but it's like even though we're living, we're just like the zombies where we're dead inside. So there's lots of that stuff in this movie, and it's like, oh, and then we're all basically gonna be really dead at the end of the movie, just like the zombies, because Of the Dead is in the title and it has a double meaning. All the movies do this. It's not a shocker. Uh the movie's fun though, and it's dumb, and it knows it's done. It was way funnier than I was expecting. It was laugh out loud hilarious for like the entire first half. It had a lot of very good dramatic swings from Dave Bautista, especially. The whole movie was super riveting. I don't agree with the complaints that it was too long. I thought it was perfect. For the people that thought it was too long, just split it in half like I did. Whenever I felt like taking a break, which was around the halfway point of the movie, to like stretch my legs, I did that because my feet were starting to fall asleep. So I was like, I'm just gonna walk around for 10 minutes and come back to this. So then I did, and then I finished it in one session. I basically spent 3 hours watching a 2.5 hour movie because I had that little intermission in the middle. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed every part of it. The green screen was fairly well done, as I'm sure you've heard. The people that said that the casino was not integrated at all, other than the opening scene. No, did you watch the same movie I did? There's so many scenes where, like, since there was an Elvis impersonator in the casino, they would have Elvis songs playing, and there were action sequences in the casino throughout, especially the third act of the movie. And there's just a very surprisingly light-hearted tone, which kind of makes things darker. Like, there's a very dark sense of humor, and it feels like a satire of not only Zack Snyder's darker works, but also like movies that feel the need to be so serious and like I know Joker, but like feel the need to be more dramatically heft and like so serious, like you have to take it so seriously. Like this one's just like, no, we're gonna make fun of all of those and also make fun of what audiences are expecting to have happen and then subvert like those sort of expectations. So yeah, it was just really fun. I absolutely loved it. Uh yeah, that was great. I think I give it like an 8 out of the okay. 8.25 out of 10. That might be the same thing I gave Snyder Cut. I think I like Snyder Cut just a little bit more. Uh I'm not sure honestly. I would need to rewatch both of them. The thing is, this is completely well, not completely original, but it is more original. So I like it more because of that. And seeing like not original footage like kind of does dampen the Zack Snyder's original thing, but seeing it be so much better, that was the more impressive product. I don't know if this is making a lot of sense. Anyways, super good. I liked it. It was very I Am Legend with like the whole Zack Snyder's really into tribes. I've noticed this year, like the whole tribal like zombie thing, where like they kind of have their own ascension of humanity, where they have this culture where they understand one another, and it's like this other form of humanity where they kind of think they're superior to humanity. I got that from them, and they thought it was very much the alternate ending to I Am Legend. I got strong, heavy vibes of that. It very much borrows from every other zombie thing ever, but it does it with a sly wink at the audience. It does it very knowingly, and it makes fun of itself literally all the time. Where I believe the scene with the zombie tiger was when it poked fun at itself most, where they're like, that doesn't seem very realistic. I think they just jumped the shark. They said a line something like that. But it's very silly and dumb and fun. And sure, it's not completely original, but it's not trying to be. It's just trying to be like one of those popcorn movies that you would see at the cinema just to have a good time, and it very much succeeds at that. It rips off everything, but it also does have a lot of unique things going on too, and it's just hysterical. It's just great. It's just fun. I don't get what the negative backlash is all about. It's just fun. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's a great movie. I loved it.